Hello, my name is Martyn Snow. I am the Bishop of Leicester, and once again I'm sending you this little video in response to a listening exercise that we've done with children and young people from the diocese. I'm enormously grateful to you, all of you who have taken a part, whether you're in a school, whether you're in a church, children's group, youth group, wherever you may be. Thank you for taking the time to feed back to us. And I want to take just a brief moment, if I may, to say something of my response to what you've said before I'm then going to introduce someone called Rachael, who is our Diocesan safeguarding advisor. And she's going to say a little bit more because this is all about her work. So this little word safeguarding, which basically means how we as adults make sure that you as children and young people are kept safe. We asked a number of questions of you, and I was fascinated to know that one of the most things that you were most concerned about was that you wanted to be sure that we as adults actually know you. In other words, for you to feel safe, you need to feel known by the adults around you. Now, of course, for your parents, your grandparents, brothers and sisters and so on, that's a given. They know you, they're often with you every day. But for people like me, church leaders, or indeed for your teachers in schools, it's not necessarily a given. It means actually we need to spend time with you to get to know you, to know the things that are on your hearts, on your mind, the things that you love doing, the things you don't love doing. These sorts of things make a huge difference to then how safe you feel in coming forward and talking to us about any concerns that you might have. So that's something I'm going to be taking away and making sure I feed back to other church leaders in the diocese to make it really clear to them that they need to spend time with children and young people, learning names, getting to know what it is that you enjoy. All these sorts of things matter for you to be kept safe. And then the second thing was that I was fascinated that in talking about safe spaces, so in other words, where are the places where you really feel safe? You talked about all the different senses, that it wasn't just about being in a nice place that was calm and relaxing, although that was important, but that sometimes it was actually about food. It was about enjoying good food together. That made you feel safe and content and at home, if you like. Sometimes it was about being in the outdoors and enjoying the lovely space like I am today, that actually the natural world can be a place where we feel safe. These are important things, again, for us as adults to hear from you, because we are very, very clear that our number one priority is to try and make sure that all children in our schools, in our churches, on our streets, wherever you may be, that you feel safe at all times. And we want you to know that if you do have concerns, you can come and talk to us or indeed to others. So let me now introduce to you Rachael, whose work in the Diocese of Leicester is all about making sure we keep children and young people safe, and about the training that is needed for people like me to be able to do that work. Let me hand over to Rachael now.
Hello, I'm Rachael Spires. I'm the Safeguarding Advisor for Leicester Cathedral and Leicester Diocese. I work as part of a small team to help the cathedral and churches in the diocese to keep everyone safe, and particularly children and young people. Our office is in the building next to Leicester Cathedral. Our team do lots of things. It might be making sure that when people are given jobs in the cathedral and churches, that everything has been done to check that they are suitable people, making sure people have all the training they need to keep people safe, as well as talking to them if there's a worry that something has happened to someone or that they might not be safe. I wanted to say a huge thank you for taking part in this listening work. It's so important to me and to our team to hear from children and young people, to hear your views. It's great to know how many of you have people in your families that you can talk to if you're worried, but also the ideas you have for schools and churches. We know that there's lots of information and posters and online about keeping safe and what to do if you're worried about someone. But what you have told us in this listening work is that the best way to share this information is in person, and if any films are being used, have met the person in that film first. That makes complete sense to us. It's so easy to forget how important it is to know, to have met the person you might want to talk to be invited, to be reminded about this in person. Sometimes you might be the person that someone trusts to tell you something that is worrying them. It might be your friend or someone from school or college or your brother or sister. And it's really important that you tell an adult in your family, your teacher, or one of the people that you trust, so that they can help you with that, so that you're not left carrying that worry. I've been thinking as well about what we're going to do with what you've told us. Me and my team are going to talk to the people whose job it is in churches to keep children and young people safe. If you go to a church, we're going to ask them to introduce themselves to you, so you know who they are, if ever there was something worrying you, and you know who to go to, where to get help, and what will happen. I'm also going to share the report from your listening work with our oversight group. This is a meeting of people who work in the diocese and cathedral, and people from outside as well, like the police and children's services. They meet 4 times a year to think about the best ways we can keep everyone safe, and they'll really want to hear all the things you've said in this listening work. We're also going to talk to other teams like ours, so they know what you said as well. So thank you again. It was great to listen and to hear your views.